One topic I'm really interested in is the use of seaweed in the building sector and its impact on the environment because I worked in the building sector the last year. The building sector is a significant contributor to greenhouse gas emissions and energy consumption. According to the International Energy Agency, the building sector is responsible for approximately 40% of global energy consumption and 36% of total greenhouse gas emissions. In particular, heating, cooling, and lighting buildings are the primary sources of energy consumption in the building sector. The use of fossil fuels for heating and cooling, as well as the production of building materials, contributes significantly to greenhouse gas emissions. The use of energy-efficient technologies in building materials can help to reduce energy consumption and greenhouse gas emissions in the building sector. Additionally, the use of renewable energy sources, such as solar and wind power, can help to reduce the carbon footprint of the building sector and make it more sustainable. Overall, the building sector has a significant impact on the environment, and it is important to take steps to reduce its energy consumption and greenhouse gas emissions. The use of seaweed-based building materials and biofuels, as well as energy-efficient technologies, can play a crucial role in reducing the environmental impact of the building sector. Seaweed is an annual plant that dies in the fall and is washed up on the coast by waste actions. Every year, several thousand cubic meters of driftwood drift to the coast. Driftwood is a mixture of algae, sand, and seaweed. Seaweed is actually a waste product of the beach, cleaning to make the beach more attractive to tourists. For use as insulation, the driftwood is dried by the sun, then picked up from the seashores, cleaned and dried in several steps. I would like to talk more about the use of seaweed in the building sector. One key advantage of seaweed-based building materials is their sustainability. Unlike traditional building materials like concrete, which requires large amount of energy and resources to produce, seaweed is a renewable resource that can be sustainably harvested from the ocean. Additionally, seaweed can absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, making it a valuable resource in the fight against climate change. Another advantage of seaweed is its natural insulation properties. Seaweed has a high insulation capacity, which makes it ideal for use in construction. This insulation helps to keep building warm in the winter and cool in the summer, reducing energy costs and increasing energy efficiency. The use of thermal insulation can save the highest amount of energy in the construction sector. Seaweed-based insulation materials are also free from harmful chemicals and are biodegradable, making them a safe, environmentally friendly option for builders. Given climate change and the finite nature of fossil raw materials, the use of renewable raw materials is becoming increasingly important. The use of seaweed in the building sector is not limited to just building materials and insulation. Seaweed can also be used as a biofuel, providing a sustainable alternative to fossil fuels. The process of producing biofuels from seaweed is called algal biofuel production and involves growing algae, harvesting it, and then processing it into biofuels. Seaweed is not only able to help in the building sector, there are many more advantages. For example, seaweed beds, which accuse the sandy shoals, serve as a natural erosion protection for the coastline. At the same time, they have a high importance as food and breeding habitat for much important food fish. In addition, seaweed beds can absorb excess nutrients and thus contribute to the purification of coastal waters. Another ecosystem service of seaweed meadows is described as the very good CO2 storage capacity of the plants. Thus, seaweed meadows can absorb between 586 to 681 grams of CO2 per square meter in a year. It is also important to consider the potential side effects of using seaweed in the boating sector on the local ecosystem. While the use of seaweed has numerous benefits, it can also have consequences if not properly managed. One potential side effect is the impact on local marine ecosystems. Large-scale harvesting of seaweed can disrupt local ecosystems and alter the balance of species living in the area. It's important to ensure that seaweed harvesting is done sustainably, with regulations in place to limit the amount of seaweed that can be harvested in each area. Additionally, seaweed harvesting and processing can produce waste and pollutants that can impact water quality. It is important to ensure that all processing facilities are properly managed and follow best practices to minimize their impact on the environment. While the use of seaweed in the building sector has many benefits, it's important to consider the potential side effects on the local ecosystem and take steps to minimize any negative impact. As research in this area continues to advance, we will likely see even more innovative use for seaweed in the building sector. The building sector has a significant impact on the environment, and by implementing best practices and regulations, the use of seaweed can play a crucial role in reducing its energy consumption and greenhouse gas emissions.